Father Marco Billeri's appointment as the new personal secretary to Pope Leo XIV marks a significant moment both for his own life and for the Church. Until recently, Billeri was a parish priest serving the faithful of San Miniato Basso, Italy, where his pastoral presence, administrative skill, and scholarly background in canon law were quietly shaping local Catholic life. His sudden move from parish ministry to the papal household situates him at the heart of the universal Church, where his work will no longer be limited to one community, but will touch the daily rhythm of the pontificate itself. Born and raised in Tuscany, Marco Billeri discerned his vocation early and pursued the path to the priesthood with dedication. Ordained in 2016 for the Diocese of San Miniato, he quickly distinguished himself as a man of intellect, discipline, and pastoral sensitivity. His choice to continue his studies in Rome and earn a doctorate in canon law reflected not only personal ambition, but also a readiness to serve the Church in more technical and juridical capacities. Canon law, often perceived as an abstract and highly specialized field, is in fact deeply pastoral. For it protects the dignity of sacraments, regulates relationships within the Church, and seeks to ensure justice among the faithful. In this regard, Billeri's expertise embodies a balance between legal precision and spiritual care. His service in the Ecclesiastical Tribunals of Tuscany and at the diocesan courts of San Miniato and Volterra confirmed his reputation for fairness and clarity of judgment. Acting as a judge and as defender of the bond, he confronted delicate questions of marriage and sacramental validity issues that demand not only a trained legal mind, but also compassion and discretion. Alongside this juridical work, he carried the responsibilities of Episcopal Master of Ceremonies and Secretary of the Presbyteral Council. These positions required him to navigate between the liturgical, pastoral, and administrative dimensions of diocesan life, giving him a broad experience that would later prove invaluable in Rome. Despite these duties, Billeri never ceased to be a parish priest. His role as associate pastor of Saints Stephen and Martin in San Miniato Basso kept him close to ordinary believers, hearing confessions, preparing homilies, guiding parish groups, and celebrating the sacraments. It was in these daily encounters that his priesthood was most visible. A man of the altar, of the pulpit, and of the people. That grounding in pastoral ministry ensures that, even when working in the rarefied atmosphere of the papal household, he will remain attentive to the lived faith of the Church. When Bishop Giovanni Paccosi announced his appointment, he did so with both pride and a touch of awe. The bishop recalled how Pope Leo XIV had personally telephoned him to request Billeri's release for the new mission. Such a call is itself a sign of the Pope's personal attention and his recognition of Billeri's qualities. Bishop Paccosi described the decision as a great gift for the diocese, a reminder that one of their own will now serve beside the successor of Peter. His words reflected a paradox common in church life. The joy of seeing a son of the diocese called to higher service mingled with the vertigo of realizing how suddenly his responsibilities have expanded from the local to the universal. As personal secretary, Father Billeri will step into a role of discretion, trust, and constant presence. The secretary is not simply an aide who schedules appointments or drafts correspondence. He is a witness to the Pope's daily life, a guardian of his time, and often a silent advisor. He will coordinate meetings, manage sensitive communications, and accompany the pontiff in public and private moments alike. Such proximity requires not only competence, but also humility, loyalty, and spiritual depth. Every word, gesture, or silence carries weight when one stands so close to the heart of the Catholic Church. The selection of Billeri also highlights Pope Leo XIV's pastoral vision. In appointing a young priest with a solid academic foundation, juridical experience, and parish sensibility, the Pope demonstrates confidence in a new generation of clergy who are capable of bridging intellectual formation with pastoral care. This choice signals that the pontiff does not merely wish for administrators, but for servants who embody the priesthood in its fullness, shepherds who know the law, who celebrate the liturgy with reverence, and who remain close to the faithful. For Father Billeri himself, the appointment represents both an honor and a burden. The transition from parish life to papal service is not simply a change of assignment, but a radical shift in visibility, responsibility, and pressure. The pace of life in the Vatican is unrelenting, and the expectations of confidentiality and competence are high. Yet his prior experience as tribunal judge, liturgical master of ceremonies, and parish priest may prove to be the perfect preparation. He has already learned to combine precision with pastoral tact, formality with warmth, structure with spontaneity. These skills will now be exercised on a larger and more demanding stage. Beyond his personal journey, Billeri's appointment is a source of inspiration for his diocese and for young priests everywhere. It reminds the faithful that service in small parishes, careful study, and faithful attention to local responsibilities can prepare one for the most unexpected calls from the universal Church. It also underscores the reality that the Pope relies not only on senior cardinals and Vatican officials, but also on the quiet dedication of younger priests whose talents may not be widely known but are deeply appreciated. Ultimately, the story of Father Marco Billeri is one of continuity and transformation. The continuity lies in his priesthood, unchanged in essence, whether in a parish in Tuscany or in the Apostolic Palace. The transformation lies in the scope of his mission, from serving a community of thousands to serving the shepherd of 1.3 billion Catholics. His new task will demand vigilance, prayer, and sacrifice, but it also places him at the center of the living tradition of the Church, close to the Pope himself. For Father Billeri, this is not simply a promotion. It is a profound invitation to live his priesthood with even greater fidelity, humility, and love.